Today I'm doing another rainbow quilt, but with a twist that makes this my best one yet. It is 100% scraps, zero matching seams, and maximum color. I am over the rainbow with this project. It is seemingly perfect. Here are my strips in all the colors of the rainbow. And pink, yes, I am saying it. Pink is a part of the rainbow too. I don't care, I love it. These are leftover fabrics from my latest projects, and today is their day. I'm starting slow, so I want 2-inch strips that I don't have to trim right now. I want a lovely contrast, and I think these deliver. Let's sew them together real quick. Now, I am still using my older genome, so the stitches aren't very straight, but that's okay because this pattern is very forgiving. The same thing goes for your strips. If they're a bit wonky, which most scrappy bits tend to be, it's okay. We can trim them, press them, or just leave them as is, and they will still look lovely. I am loving this already, but I need to add something else. A white strip to the top. I know this isn't making a lot of sense as is. It is an 8 by 5-inch rectangle, but it will all make sense when it's time to puzzle. I am using 2-inch white strips as well, so as you can see, there's nothing to this. It's easy peasy, just you and your scraps having a wonderful time. And this is what we get, 2 blocks ready to go. They kind of look like rubbers, you know, for school. So funny. Let's make some more, and if my math is mathing correctly, we will need 32 more. Because I'm doing a smallish piece, I don't really want to make too many out of the same fabric, so I can't really bulk sew as much as I'd like. You could actually make all of them with the same fabric, of course, but because I am using leftover fabric for this, I'd rather mix things up because odds are I will not have enough fabric from the same pattern for all the pieces. In fact, I know I don't, so I'd rather use as many fabrics as I can, plus I get to show my pretty fabrics. I want to tackle one color at a time, so purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and pink. Yes, pink. And I know this is controversial, and I have received some really strong worded comments about the fact that I use pink for my rainbows, but to me, pink is a part of the rainbow. It really is. When you look at the color wheel, you see it clearly. And when you look at a rainbow, you know, in the sky, you see it too. Right where the purple and the red meet, you see pink. Also, it doesn't make much sense to me to just jump straight from purple to red. They're just too different. And I also have so many pretty pink fabrics. I just want to use them all. And it helps to make my quilt grow. So there's that. Now, today Mike and I are actually trying something different. We already offer exclusive content, but we wanted to do more. So we are recording this video for you, and at the same time, we're also recording a more in-depth video for our supporters. So it's going to be a very detailed video filled with extra moments. And of course, because I just can't really help myself, I will be chatting with you a little bit more. So for those of you who keep commenting that I talk too much, maybe this isn't for you. Or maybe it is if you just want to buy this tutorial and have access to all the info, both written and in video. We are talking measurements for quilts in all sizes, having all your questions and doubts answered as soon as I possibly can, and extra tips to make this project a breeze. All of this for just $3, which is the minimum amount I'm allowed to charge on Patreon. Or you can join our awesome community here or on Patreon. If any of this sounds good to you, I'm leaving a link in the description so you can check it out. Back to the math of it all. I am talking a total of 6 greens, because they are the center of my quilt, 5 light blues and 5 yellows, 4 dark blues and 4 oranges, 3 reds, 3 purples, and 4 pinks. And I know this doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but will all make sense when we're puzzling. If we were to bulk sew them, which I'm not doing because I needed different pieces to be able to use all my leftover fabric, you could sew all your strips into groups of 3, then cut all the strip pieces into 8-inch rectangles, then add the white to all the pieces, you know, using continuous strips of white fabric. Then separate all the pieces and trim them at the same time, and you would be done in no time. And just like we are done. Let me show you what we've got so far. to puzzle, which is my favorite part of the whole thing. But first, let's play with this a bit and see what we get. First, I want some very straight but colorful straight lines. I think we can do better. Let's play with these white lines a bit. Much better. But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, everything looks better diagonal. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Each color is a row, so the green being the larger row that goes from one end of the quilt to the other, and the rest of the rows just grow around it. We want to stagger the white pieces, and that's pretty much it. Now that I think about it, we could have done the white piece like we did that second variant, you know, very close to each other but not really meeting. But this staggered look gives it a much lighter feel, I think. The moment all our rows are sewn together, it's time to start sewing them into a quilt. We start with the closest row to the green, so the light blue and the yellow, whichever you prefer. We make sure the white bits land right in the middle of the striped pieces and we pin it in place. Oh, and have I mentioned there are no nesting seams in this one? What a dream. We just somehow make sure the white is in the center and that's it. Now, I know I always say this, but it doesn't have to be white. It doesn't even need to be a solid, although I think it helps to make the whole thing crisper if you use a solid. But if you want to go really dramatic, you can do black. Or if you want light, but not really white, a gray would look lovely. Either light gray or darker smoky one. I can already tell that I will be wasting a lot of pretty pink fabric if I end this the way I did. I think I need to change something. So guess what? I just did one more red and one more purple for my corners. As usual, once all our diagonal rows are sewn together, we need to trim them, and you can either use the leftovers to square the whole thing up and make your quilt bigger, or you can just throw it in the scrap pile. And because my quilt is already a pretty decent size, I'm just going to trim them and scrap them. Our rainbow quilt is finished and I am obsessed. Don't forget, if you want to recreate this exact look, just grab the full in-depth tutorial for just $3 at the link below. Your support keeps this channel stitching. I had a blast, I hope you do too, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye!